Thanks, Tim. This is great to be amongst this mix of great companies here today. Australian Gold and Copper, we're IPOing this at present. Our prospectus has been lodged and accepted, and we're well on the way to coming on the board in early January. The company is combining three fantastic projects in the central Lachlan of New South Wales, which is a really fertile gold and base metal belt with many great mines out there. We're raising $10 million, and we'll the 10 million pre-money valuation. Much of that will be escrowed, and in those three projects, we bring together 7 really exciting drill-ready targets, and this is what makes Australian Gold and Copper really unique in that we're ready to go with the drill rig, and you'll get sick of me throughout this presentation saying drill ready. Next slide, thank you, Tim. So world-class location, world-class mines, world-class geological survey, a great place to operate in central New South Wales. 365 days a year exploration. We have really large landowners, and we're exploration and farming are really coherent out there together. We have a portfolio of 3 different deposit styles. So our first deposit style that we're exploring for is the Kirkland Lake Fosterville style. So that Victorian Fosterville gold mine, which is producing 600,000 ounces of gold a year. It's just amazing. Those rocks, unlike our poor Victorian friends during COVID, the rocks don't stop at the border. The rocks continue across the border up into New South Wales, and there's been a lot of research done by the geological surveys over the years to show that. Our second deposit style that we're exploring for is the gold base metal rich style systems out of the Aurelia Metals style Federation discovery, which is an amazing discovery that everyone should look up. 22 meters at 32 grams gold and 45% lead plus zinc. Just a stellar discovery. We think we've got numerous opportunities of those in our portfolio. The third style is the Mcphilomy's Regis Resources Mcphilomy's deposit, which is near Bathurst, and it's the next great gold mine that's going to be built in New South Wales, 2.3 million ounces. It's a wonderful exploration target. So really diverse portfolio. Drill-ready targets, lots of them. So we've got, because we've had two companies spin-off projects together. These projects have been worked on for a long time, Tim, and now they're at the drill-ready stage. So all that slow exploration work has been done, and now all the investors in this IPO are going to see the drill bit turning very soon after IPO. So lots of news flow that means, and we've got an amazing team and a strategic alliance with Magmatic Resources, who we'll share an exploration office with and a corporate office to really keep our overheads down. But importantly, it's going to be a think tank of geologists in a room together, and that's where discoveries are made. So next slide, thank you, Tim. So the 3 projects, Moorfield, Cargelligo, Gundagai, I'll go through them each and some of their drill targets. So again, all in the central Lachlan of New South Wales, not the East Lachlan. The East Lachlan is really the porphyry epithermal belt. We're stepping west into that more marginal farming country, and 365 days a year. Wonderful place to explore. Next one, thank you, Tim. The Moorfield project is what we're really excited about here is this Fosterville style gold opportunity. Up to 1,000 gram rock chips, 416 gram rock chips along this trend. This is 50 kilometers along strike, from the amazing Lake Cowal 11 million ounce gold mine. And the fault system that comes here has this very large, big red blob. It's a mag high. It sits a couple of kilometers under the surface, and we can show that it's been bleeding off gold up into the sediments above. And focusing in on the sweet spot in that mag high, we've got a 15-kilometer trend of historic mines. There's over 100 historic mines here. It was an absolute gold rush back in the day. We've got only 2 drill programs have ever drilled under this project, and each of those drill programs hit gold. But when those drill programs were around, it was only 3-4 years ago, the gold price was $1,200 an ounce. So those drill programs now would be we can show that the 15-kilometer trend will link up, or looks to link up, and we're going to work out lots of drilling and lots of news flow along that program, along that trend. Thanks, Tim. Just 100 kilometers west in the Cobar Basin is we're in the southern part of the Cobar Basin. Aurelia Metals are in the north. They've had 5 amazing discoveries. There's a lot to discover in the Cobar Basin still. So Aurelia's had 5 incredible discoveries over the last 2 years, a real tribute to their exploration team. And we are also on that eastern margin of the Cobar Basin, just south there, in a gold-rich area, gold and base metals. To explore and discover Cobar base metal gold systems, typically we use lead in soils and a geophysical technique called EM, so electromagnetic geophysical surveys. We've got 4 undrilled EM plates here, all sitting just below the surface, and every one of these drill-ready targets has multiple data sets. And this is really what we're really excited about with this portfolio. It's not just bringing 1 or 2 drill programs and then a whole package of ground that we don't know much about. We're bringing 7 really well-researched drill-ready targets, and that's a result of the 2 companies that have spun these assets out have been working in New South Wales for a long time, and they've been working on these projects for a long time. So a lot of thought have gone into these projects. For example, that top left image there, 300-meter long EM plate, that big red EM plate, pointing down at a secondary, deeper EM conductor. That the image at the back there with that deeper EM conductor, that was New South Wales government data, a real tribute to a huge survey that they flew earlier this year. The results just came out in April, and they flew straight over the top of one of our projects. And we were so excited, Tim, when we got the data back, and our EM plate is shining straight down, pointing towards the deeper EM conductor. And that deep EM conductor is only 250 meters down. It's not at the center of the earth like a lot of drill targets. These are near surface, really strong opportunities. There's some soil anomalism above that, lead in soils. Now, I said, so we use the lead in soils. The Hera mine was discovered on above 150 ppm lead in soils. The lead in soils here go up to 1/4%, and we've got air core lines, some shallow air core drilling with 0.4% lead in the shallow air core, 10 meter drill holes. So all of that, multiple data sets pointing in the same direction. We've already got our foot on a drill rig. When we go and look at our other area there with 2 other EM plates, also undrilled, we walked above one of those EM plates, and we find that gossan sitting out on surface. That gossan, that rock there, sits 100 meters above the EM plate, and that gossan grades gold, silver, and base metals. When we found that, we were very excited, because as you can see, none of these projects are deep undercover. They're all shallow. They're all very quick to drill. Thanks, Tim. Our third project is at Gundagai. This is a really exciting project because two great discoveries in New South Wales over the last decade. Mcphilomy's gold deposit, a 2.3 million ounce gold deposit, open pittable by Regis Resources. The Pathfinder suite there is gold arsenic, bismuth and tellurium, and the bismuth and tellurium is really important, and the time that these deposits formed. We've done soil sampling over this. The line there, the northern line, is 300 meters wide above 100 parts per billion gold, and it's open to the north. There's the first time we went there, we rock chipped across some of the old workings because it all just sticks out of the ground. The old workings, we took 7 rock chips, and we always take the average over a sort of a 1 meter composite instead of just taking the best looking bit of rock and putting it in the bag. So of the average, we've got 4 samples back, 17 grams, 26 grams, 33 grams, and 35 grams. A real testament to what we can find here at Gundagai. Thanks, Tim. So a really busy first 6 months out, 7 drill-ready targets. We're really excited about the multiple discovery opportunities that we have in this portfolio. Lots of drilling from straight after we IPO. We've already got our foot on an RC drill rig ready to go, and we'll have lots of news flow about the drilling. So we'll be drilling 2 weeks here while we wait for the assays to come back. We'll move the drill rig and we'll drill over here. Lots of news flow. Wait for the assays to come back. We're drilling over here. So we'll be continuously drilling over late January, February, March. Thanks, Tim. All right, that's it.
Thanks, Glenn. A couple of questions here. How's support for the IPO looking at the moment?
We've been open for a few days, and we've got some really strong support. So as you can see, I'm in a hotel room now down in Sydney. I've been had the privilege of getting around to see the brokers, and we've got some great support coming in. We've got a great team with Taylor Collison's running our book, and anyone who would like to have a look at our prospectus, they can go to the website at australiangoldandcopper.com or ostgoldcopper.com.au. So we've got a really strong book, and we're really confident that we'll raise the full 10 million.
And just with the, once you raise that capital, how do you prioritise which project you work on?
Yeah, good question. So we want to do quick RC drilling programs because these are not deep targets. We'll be drilling no more really than 200 meters per drill hole. So each area should take about 2 to 3 weeks of drilling, 7 to 10 200 meter holes. After that program's finished, we'll move the rig and drill the next project. So we've got seven of those projects, those targets lined up. So we're going to just prioritize it as our drill permitting comes in. The great thing about New South Wales, it's a little kept secret about how good New South Wales is. We don't want to give it away to everyone. It's such a good place to work. The New South Wales government turns around drill permits in 10 days. They've got a KPI. They're a wonderful government to work for. And so lots of drilling, but we want to drill that Moorfield project, then Cargelligo, and then Gundagai.
And what about rig access? There's been issues with that in WA.
We're lucky that because we've been working in New South Wales, the 2 companies that these projects have been spun out of, we've both been drilling in New South Wales for a long time, and we've got good relationships with drillers. So I'm really glad to say we saw this problem arising, so we've already put our foot on a rig early. So we've locked a rig down, and we're ready to go.
And what about traditional owner access for exploration? I'm just reading this question. And development negotiations needed for subsequent developments. Is the New South Wales government being more receptive to mineral developments? There's a number of mines mine developments have stopped or slowed in recent decades because of this?
Sorry, because of
you know, traditional owner access, native title.
Yep, definitely. So part of the landholder negotiation process goes through all that, and the drill permitting as well. So definitely, if there's native title ownership, then that's a process of negotiation.